everyone, ArwenStarsong here, and I'm coming at you today with a vlog about the 1-year anniversary of having this thing right over here. If you all remember, around the beginning of last year, I made a video where I was stalking the mailman and waiting anxiously for this instrument to arrive in a gigantic freaking box, probably the biggest I've ever seen in my life. Tons of paper everywhere, but nonetheless, here is my instrument, and I went about learning everything about it immediately, right away. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the journey that I have taken over this year of learning how to play this instrument. So the day that I opened my gurdy was the day that I had been waiting for over a year. I spent a whole year saving up the money to even purchase the instrument. It was very, very challenging because I am an avid shopper. I love to buy makeup and I love to shop around for clothing. But when you are passionate about music and you want to save up for a brand new instrument, you really gotta pinch your pennies. And this one was one that I had to pinch really hard for because I didn't want to not be able to pay for it and then it'd be stuck at the shop for like a year before I came up with the money. I did the smart thing and I made sure that I had at least $1,000 beforehand before I even asked for it, but then working for it and then still paying bills, you kind of gotta, you know, come up with alternative routes. But upon opening this thing, I immediately fell in love with it, but I must say that in my entire year of learning this instrument, it has been an extremely frustrating process, and it's one that I do not regret at all, but nonetheless, I do say, as a person with very little patience, I say this, take this with a grain of salt. If you are not patient, this is not the instrument for you. I have had loads of times where I regretted buying it, I just curse at it, and just call it names, tell it that it's a bitch, and smack it a little bit with a whip. No, I'm just kidding. But there have been times when I was making the repairs that I got very, very frustrated and very, very tired, and it is a very painstakingly long process to even get this instrument to work properly. Now, the instrument itself takes about half a year-ish to settle, and if you're living in an area like California where there's a ton of different types of weather in like a single week, it's very, very difficult for the wood in the instrument to even settle properly during the first 6 months because of the fact that the weather's changing so much. Like this thing went through a really cold winter and then an extremely hot summer where it was humid and it was disgusting, and now it's another really, really cold winter. And you can imagine that the wood in this instrument is agonized. It's feeling terrible, it looks terrible, and as you can see, I have a lot of dents and battle gens in it. But I will say also that if you guys follow my Instagram, about a couple weeks after getting this instrument, I accidentally broke it because I am a doof and I bumped it against the wall because I was excitedly dancing around with it in my house, and I immediately was just bawling and crying. I spent thousands of dollars on this thing just to have it break on me like that, but it was totally my fault. I take responsibility for that because I shouldn't be dancing in narrow hallways with a giant instrument like this. Like, look at this sucker, it's freaking huge. It's almost as big as me. But it was really, really nice because I was able to actually get the gurdy sent out for repairs, and my maker is very, very cool. Like, I'm friends with him and he's totally sweet. He was able to even help me out over the phone a few times over the past few months, but during the time that I needed the repair done, I just sent it to him, he fixed it, no problem. It came back to me all in one piece. But then, after that, I started experiencing more problems as the weather was starting to make this thing settle in ways that I did not expect it to. And so, I went about fixing things. I went about tinkering a little bit. I took everything apart on the inside, I fixed the tangents, and then I know I brought this upon myself because I did this without really watching videos first, and I just read the book only. But I'm a visual learner, and when it comes to reading a text, I'm not really one that gets it. If you're a visual learner like me, it's really beneficial if you go on YouTube and you watch YouTube videos beforehand, or if your maker makes videos, then go to his page and actually watch the video tutorials before you even mess with any of the parts in here, because when I did that, from that point on, I had problems with it that weren't fixable, really. And so I contacted my maker again, asking what the deal was, and we tried many different things. These past 6 months with this instrument, as far as like learning, I've learned quite a lot. I actually know how to sing and play at the same time now. I actually know where all the notes are, no matter what I tune it to. I know how to work all the knobs and what to do as far as changing a string and cleaning it, which I need to do because it's kind of gunky at the moment from all the rosin I've been putting on it. And I also learned how to change the cotton properly. And all of these processes are things that you need to really watch videos on. And my battle for the past 6 months has been the tangents. Ugh, the tangents. The tangents are bloody awful, guys. Like, these suckers right here are a never-ending battle, because each and every tangent has to touch at the exact same time. And when they're not touching at the exact same time, you get a really weird warbly noise where you really feel like, it's cringeworthy. But when you get these guys all tuned out nice and good, make sure all of them are touching at the same time, have your tuner on you the entire time and adjust them, then you actually get a really clear sound. And I'm very happy to say that as of today, I finished fixing it finally. It sounds the same as when I bought it, and I'm so freaking excited. Another thing that I did wrong that I know a lot of you are going to get on me for this, I was a dweeb and wanted to try adjusting my wheel pressure on the strings. So these are the thumb wheels right here. I don't know if you can see that through the camera, but there's little thumb wheels right here on the bridge where I'm pointing my finger. Those knobs right there, when you turn them, they raise the string or lower the string onto the wheel. So that way you can either have more pressure or get the pressure off of it. And what I did for a lot of the time, because I realized when I fixed this, my tangents were immediately easier to tune. When you do that before fixing your tangents, you're gonna get a whole mess. And I made the mistake of making my wheel pressure a lot tougher on the strings, to the point where I had to add these little paper stamps. Now I still have them there because at the moment I fixed it, but it makes it sound a lot more crispy and sweet, and I like a crispy, clean instrument. That's just my thing. But I lowered the pressure on the strings, and it actually made it a lot easier to tune the tangents into the positions that they're supposed to be in. And I was actually very shocked, because it's like, if it was that freaking easy, if I just freaking watched a video beforehand and learned this beforehand, then I would have found my answer to my problem eons ago. But nonetheless, like, after all of these months of frustration, I finally managed to get the thing fixed, and I'm very excited because I'm actually working on the single at the moment, and it's going to be the first ever song that I originally wrote that features the hurdy-gurdy in it. But the cool thing is about this instrument is that it's a very unique instrument. Not many people play it, especially if you live in the United States. There's not really that many. Like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I've done the research on this in the past, but it turns out I might be the only hurdy-gurdist in California. Weird, right? I would never even thought of it, because this instrument, as obscure as it is and how unique it is, it's very widely used in media. I know that the recent release of God of War, the video game, actually used hurdy-gurdy and its instrumentation, and that's kind of how a lot more people know about what it is now. And it's becoming a little bit more popular, but the fact that people have to pay thousands of dollars for it kind of turns a lot of people off. But I do have to say that after playing it for an entire year now and getting used to everything and tinkering, not only have I become a lot more efficient in tools, I actually learned a lot about this instrument on the go. And I have to say that the journey was worth it. Even after all the frustration and the agony, I managed to finally learn something, and now it's sounding a lot crispier. So if you guys are asking yourself the question of should you get a hurdy-gurdy, yes. Yes, you should. You know why? As expensive as they are, and as obscure as they are, and as much as you're gonna have to really research your knowledge on this thing and make sure you know a lot before you touch it, you are gonna have yourself a beautiful instrument that's very versatile and really, really fun. I mean, shit, I want to take this over to a Ren fair and play it right now. It's so fun to play this thing, and you see a lot of my videos on Instagram sometimes where I'll just sit there and I'll randomly play a tune, like a little ditty or whatever. But I'm very excited to start performing with this thing very, very soon. But if y'all have any questions about like anything else, then feel free to leave a comment below. Like I'll be happy to elaborate more on my journey for you. Now I do want to explain the features of my hurdy-gurdy as well before I end this video. So what I have here is a beautiful customization of a unicorn on it, which at the time was the symbol of my YouTube channel, but it's since changed to the raven. But I still really love this unicorn. It's magical to me. I might make myself a new key chest just because of the fact that I want to switch between the two. Maybe paint one with a raven on it, because this is actually very easy to make. The only thing is that it won't have the Alterwind marking on it. This is an Alterwind hurdy-gurdy, by the way. It's really, really nice. George and Anwin are really sweet. They're really nice people, and they've been more than helpful. So inside, as you can see, there are 4 melody strings. I have a couple of G strings right here, a higher G and a lower G, and then these 2 are D strings, the high D and the low D. And then on here in the back, I have 2 trumpet strings. One of them is tuned to a C and the other is tuned to a G. And then there's 4 sympathetic strings, and some of them are tuned to C and some of them are tuned to G. 2 of them are tuned to C and 2 of them are tuned to G, I should say. And then I have 3 drum strings. This one is tuned to a G. This one's tuned to a C. And then this one right here is changed to an E. And oh no, I do. Okay, good. But the cool thing about this is that it has frets on it, and if I wanted to, I can go and play cello line. Oops. Hold up. Thing about this instrument is that you're able to do so much with it, and yeah, as much as I really suck at playing the cello parts of it, it's really neat to have that feature for just in case I want to add that in the future. And these strings are really, really easy to change out, but the only problem I have is that the inside right here where all of the strings are like tuned, I'm too lazy to cut the string. I don't want to waste super glue, but see that? It's a really skinny squeeze in there. And if you are someone with fat fingers like me, you can see how this is going to be an issue. But nonetheless, very, very beautiful instrument. Cool thing about this guy too is that it has knobs and switches, because this is the Alterwind Full Monty model. It's a gorgeous model, and I got it in the Moncur design because I'm all for the classic silhouette. But it has all of the switches right here to my drum strings, and then switches to turn on and off my melody strings. And then right here, all I have to do to turn these on, trumpets, is to just move them on and off the wheel. And then as well as that, each one of my drum strings and my trumpet strings all have a switch right here called a capo. And when I do that, it tunes the string up to a higher note than what it originally is. Like this would tune the G into, an A. An A. I'm an idiot. And then this would tune right here to a D, and this would be a D. Pretty cool, huh? And then right here, kind of the same type of dealio going on. We got all the capos right here on these strings as well. And then the cool thing, this little thing right here that's like floating around, this is a capo for my melody strings. So if I wanted to change the key to my melody strings, it would be very, very easy. I just insert this into the little hole that's on one of my keys. Very simple process, and it's very easy to get used to. The only thing is that I just get worried about ruining my keys. That's my only problem. And then this cool thing right here, you just slide it off, and your wheel is naked. It is exposed for all the world to see. And then, let's see, what else can I say? Oh, right, the most important feature. I have several videos up on my YouTube of me testing out the electric pickups of my instrument. It is so freaking fun, guys. Like, I can shred on this thing on an amp if I wanted to. It is phenomenal. I love it, and it is super fun. I can't wait to show you guys what I've come up with at my next show. Oop. I'm a plum. Oh, I scratched it. I'm an idiot. Oh well, nothing a little buffering can't fix. But that is my hurdy-gurdy, and it has been 1 year with this baby, and I'm so freaking happy. I love it, and like I said, there's downsides to this instrument as it's costly, very, very hard to fix, and it can be very, very frustrating. But to me, the whole journey that I've had with this instrument